Hey, welcome back. Today, I want to talk to you about something that's completely changed the way that I work with women. Because after years of being a nutritionist and supporting women on their health journeys, I've actually noticed that there's a pattern occurring time and time again. Women come to me when they're wanting to lose weight and they believe that they needed another meal plan, more motivation, a different diet, more willpower, more discipline. But what I actually discovered was that most women already knew what to do. They knew that vegetables were good for them. They knew that they needed to keep up with the hydration. They knew that they should move their bodies more. And they knew that they probably shouldn't be picking at the kids' dinners at the end of the day or reaching for a packet of biscuits after a stressful day. Knowledge wasn't the problem at all. So, if knowledge wasn't the problem, then what was? Well, what I kept seeing was that these women were completely exhausted. They're carrying the mental load for absolutely everybody around them, looking after the children, going to work, supporting their partners, running households, and managing everyone's appointments, needs, and schedules. And somewhere along the way, they actually stopped making themselves a priority. They were doing everything for everybody else, but they were right down at the bottom. Food wasn't the problem for them. Food had simply become a symptom, a moment of comfort here and there, a reward when things felt good, a break just to help them cope. When they had nothing left to give, they were reaching for that food. And I remember working with one woman in particular who could tell me the exact calorie content of almost every food that she ate from quick recall. She knew exactly what she should be doing, but every evening she found herself standing in the kitchen, eating when she wasn't even hungry. Not because she lacked the knowledge, she knew exactly what she was doing, but she was completely emotionally exhausted and drained because she'd spent the entire day meeting everyone else's needs and none of her own. And she wasn't alone. I saw the same thing over and over and over and over again. Women coming in and blaming themselves. And honestly, they were calling themselves lazy. They're saying they had no willpower. They just thought that they were failures, honestly. And I could resonate with that massively because that's exactly who I used to be over a decade ago. And when the truth actually comes to light, it's not that they're not failing, they're not doing anything desperately wrong. What it is that they're trying to solve a much deeper problem than what another diet could fix. And that's when I realized something. The women that I were working with didn't need another meal plan. They didn't need any more nutrition information and guidance. They simply needed somebody helping them and helping them understand on a deeper level what's happening underneath the food, the guilt, the self-neglect, the perfectionism, the all or nothing mindset, the belief that everyone else's needs come before their own. And that's exactly why I created the release system, because I realized that lasting transformation isn't created by changing what's on your plate alone. It's created by releasing the thoughts, the beliefs, the habits, and the patterns that have been keeping you stuck exactly where you are for years. The release system helps women rebuild themselves, trust in themselves, prioritize themselves without guilt, create a healthier relationship with food, increase their confidence and their energy, and become the woman and the women that they've been trying to diet their whole lives for to become. Because when you change the woman, this is when the magic happens. The weight loss simply becomes a byproduct of that. And weight loss just becomes so much easier. It's no longer a battle. It's just a natural byproduct, taking care of yourself in a different way. So if you've been sitting and listening and thinking about this for so long, please know that you're not on your own because I know exactly how to help you with this. I know what to do and I can help you. And it's not about you being broken. It's not about the willpower. Honestly, trust me. You just simply need a different approach, one that looks beyond the food and addresses what's really, really keeping you stuck. If this resonates, I'd love to hear from you. Either leave me a comment here below or send me a message, drop me a DM over on Instagram, and let's continue this chat. And I'll see you next week. Have a fab one.